What's going on, YouTube? What is it, Tuesday night? Tuesday night. I'm waiting on a few things, and I also have a few things. So I'm going to do part of what I have tonight, the other part of what I have tomorrow, and then the stuff that's on the way I'll do Thursday or Friday. But I wanted to start. Let me make some adjustments here to the light. So I wanted to start by showing this. You can see it looks very different, but it's still a really nice looking truck, I think. I think these wheels definitely more appropriate for this. Now, yes, the BF Goodrich all-terrains look a lot better. However, they look much better on this. This thing just looks so awful with those tires. And I think it looks really good now, because you have those prototypical wheels, which I actually really liked those wheels on this. I had one of these. It was a 1984. It was the same color. Had these wheels on it. Now, the detail could be a little bit better, because the inset part of the wheels, like where they kind of groove in, was all black. And it really makes them pop, but obviously round 2 is not going to do that. But these tires look so much better on this Jeep. And now it looks appropriate. So the nice thing about these tire swaps, you don't have to drill the car. Johnny Lightning rubber tires, the vast majority of them, not all of them, but the vast majority of them are 3-piece. The only way that they're 2-piece is if you see the axle hub come through the center of the wheel. If you don't see that, it's going to be a 3-piece. So it's not real hard to do. You just take the tire off. Usually the rim comes off with it, and you just pop it back on whatever vehicle you want it on. For the most part, the wheels are the same size. So in this case, they were the same size, so it's no big deal. And I think this looks so much better. And while this one doesn't look as good as it did before, it still looks really good. I don't think too much of the cosmetic look of the truck was compromised in doing that. So I'm pretty happy with that tire swap. I don't do a lot of that kind of stuff. I try to keep my castings as stock as possible, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Alright, so a couple things I want to look at in this video. I'm going to crack a chase car at the end of the video, because this part of the video is something I very rarely do. But I hit a Dollar Tree today, and there was a fresh case of Matchbox. I don't know what case it is, but I did find 2 of these. I already have this. I got this a couple months ago when the case first came out, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those, but I know they're really hot. But I do want to crack some of these cars so we can take a look at them. We'll start with this Volvo. And the reason that I want to show these cars is because of how detailed they are. They don't look like dollar cars. They could easily pass for a more premium car. These, in my opinion, much nicer than the majorettes that we're seeing at Toys R Us. That's just my opinion. I'm sure there are plenty of people that disagree with me, but I think these are scaled better. I think the proportions are a lot better. I think the wheels are a lot better. I think the detail is as good, if not better. This is the Volvo. I think these do have the scale somewhere on the base. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But a really cool Volvo, almost like a crossover wagon. And I have that in blue. It first came out in blue. Let's see. This one here, I don't buy a lot of these type of castings, but this one, I've seen it in videos and just wanted to take a look at it. It's kind of a cool concept. And I think it's called the Glass King. But I'm pretty sure the cab is the same tooling as the Pit King, and there's a couple other trucks that it's used for. But you can see you got your windshields back here. I think it's pretty awesome. Pretty cool, pretty unique. I don't do a lot of fantasy stuff, but every now and then I will. And here's another one. Another fantasy car. This thing is so awesome though. This has come out a lot of times, but never has it come out looking like this. So this, in my neck of the woods, is what we call a roach coach. It's basically a food truck. And we've all seen this casting lots of times for Matchbox. It's an okay casting. To me, I've always looked at it like, it has a lot of potential, but without the detail, it's unimpressive. Okay, but now we have the detail. Check out the tampo detail on this. Is that not awesome? You've got your sodas. Who knows? I mean, I can tell those are soda bottles. Maybe candy bars or sandwiches or whatever. But the point is, it looks freaking awesome. You got your menu back here. I mean, for $1 car, this thing is sweet. Now, probably don't, this isn't one that's going to be driving down the street. You'd have to close everything up. This is one that's parked and open for business. But I thought that was pretty cool just because that's basically tampo. That's basically a tampo press there. And, all the detail is sculpted, so it's molded into the plastic, and then the tampo really gives it that three-dimensional pop. So pretty cool, pretty interesting. I'm surprised it took them so long to do that, because this casting, this is at least the third or fourth release of this, if not more. The only downside to this casting is it's a plastic casting. But, as long as they're doing the fantasy BS plastic and keeping all the licensed stuff diecast, I'm okay with that. And the last two Matchbox are both licensed models, extremely nice licensed models. I mean, this one here, you could set it next to a Kyosho or something, and probably from 5 feet away it'd be hard to tell. Big difference between this and the Kyosho, the first noticeable difference would be the wheels. But the color, the scale, the proportions, the detail, it looks awesome. These are the dollar cars that I love to collect. I'm kind of getting out of Hot Wheels, although there are still some main lines that I will buy. Matchbox main lines are going to be more of the, this is going to be the economy part of my collection here. But these are so much harder to find than Hot Wheels for me. So that's a really cool Mazda Miata MX-5. And then the last Matchbox car that I'm going to open is one that I've seen in some videos, and I've been wanting this one. Let's just say that. Didn't think I would find it in the wild this quickly. The tires on it look like real riders. The car is, it's just sick. I mean, they're doing such a good job with their licensed castings. And the cool thing is they seem to continue to be getting better and better. They're kind of, you know, they were fantasy casting heavy for a long time, and then you would get maybe 3 or 4 pretty decent licensed models per case. Now it's kind of shifting back where the majority of it is licensed, and then the smaller portion of it is the fantasy junk. So hopefully they keep leaning in that direction. But this thing is awesome. Really, the only thing it's missing is the VW tampo over the top of that emblem. But you've got, whoa, you've got the European license plate here, T-Dog. I think that's probably the designer of the casting. Not sure if this is a new casting. I think this is a tooling that we've already seen before, but don't take my word for that. I don't know. I don't know enough about Matchbox, but the detail for $1.94, or well, I guess these are $1 at the Dollar Tree. I just don't think you can do much better for $1. Sweet little casting. And this one does, this is 1 to 59 scale. So a little bit big, but that's okay. Oh, by the way, the Miata, in case you were wondering, does not have the scale. And the Volvo didn't have the scale, and the other two were fantasy, so they don't matter. So I don't do very much of that type of stuff on my channel. It's pretty uncommon, but when I find stuff that cool, I find it necessary. I find it necessary to show it. Anything that's worthy of going into my collection, in my opinion, is worthy of being shown on my channel. I'll even show stuff on the channel that I'm not going to keep. I did want to show for a second time just how awesome this new Gone Fishing is. I'm not going to show all three. I'm just going to show my favorite. I just love this Jeep. It looks so killer. And the boat, if you guys missed the video, this boat is, it's awesome. This is the Davy Jones. I was wrong in my last video about the alternate color. It looks to actually be brown, not maroon. Almost, I think it's reverse colors of this. So where this one is blue, the other one will be this brown color, and then where that one is, this blue color will be where the brown is. So basically, same colors, just reversed. And I'm going to grab that one too. I've decided. I'm not sure what the boat looks like, if it has the ghost skull. But also real quick, just to kind of show you, the same casting, a little bit different livery, one with the wood panel, one without. Both have all-terrain tires. The stance on the Burgundy is so much better since doing that tire swap. And that thing looked good from the beginning, so I really like that casting. Makes me now want to get something to... I need a tire donor for my white one. Get some all-terrains on that thing. Can't have those cheap little crappy tires on it that it comes with. At least with this one, it comes with the nice tires. Anyways, so the last car for this video I've decided I'm just going to open it. It's just going to be opened and it's going to go into my collection, and it's going to be a sick part of my collection. So here we go. Johnny Lightning Import Heat White Lightning. This goes back, in case you're wondering, 2003, Playing Mantis. Buddy of mine worked for Johnny, played a pretty integral part of them creating the import heat line. And I think there are mixed reviews about it. I think some of the castings are really good. Other castings are questionable. Other castings, like the R34 Skyline, it just depends on which one you have, because I have a couple of those where, yeah, they're okay, and then I have one of them where it's just awful. It just does not look good. And I can't put my finger on why. I think it has to do with the stance of the car. Alright, so it comes with this little cardboard thingamajig. Now let's take a look at this beautiful White Lightning Honda Accord. This one looks so much nicer than my other one because this one doesn't have a wheelbase issue. If it was, if it wouldn't take me forever to find my other one, I would dig it out. I almost wonder if they're the same tooling. I guess they would have to be. Yeah, because the issue's a little bit different on this side. They're a little bit further in, but it's not nearly as bad as the other one that I have, where the wheels are way inside the casting. A lot of chrome detail. I don't think that's very accurate for this car. I think that this Honda Accord in actuality had black weather stripping and black accents. So maybe this is just custom or whatever, I don't know. But the taillights look good. You have a replica clear taillight, or a simulated clear lens taillight, all painted on. It's not great when you compare it to some of the detailed Hondas that are out today. But for the time, in 2003, I don't think there was a nicer Honda Accord you could get in this scale. And it's a very hard car to find. Not an easy casting to find, whether it's the White Lightning or just the regular release. It's a tough one. So anyways, it's pretty cool. It's a heavy casting. It's metal body, metal base. The only unfortunate thing is the plastic tires. The wheels leave a lot to be desired. I don't know. I think it looks good. Not great, but I need more of these in my collection, so I'm happy to have it. And I really do like that color. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but that is a really nice blue color. pretty awesome. So, I guess that wraps it up here. We'll get a final street view and call it a video. So there we go with the Honda Accord. I think it's either a 1995 or a 1996. Got the Volvo. That Mazda is awesome. I think I like that color better than the red, because both of those cars, the Volvo and the Mazda, are recolors. The Volvo came out in blue, Mazda came out in red. This is not a recolor, at least not for this year. I'm not sure if we've seen this casting or not. But I can tell you it's the first time we've seen it in 2017. And then the last part of the video, my favorite, the stuff I can't really seem to get enough of, is the premium detailed Johnny Lightning. It's amazing what tires will do. I have to say too, I didn't touch on this last night with this, but a big bummer is that tow hitch. It takes a lot away from the ground clearance and it takes a lot away from the look, but I kind of get it because the stance on this is so high that they have to drop the hitch so that the trailer, so it'll pull the trailer without looking horrible. But I totally love these wheels and tires. They look so good. So, I think that's it. I will be back tomorrow. And I don't know, I have at least a couple more videos this week. I'm actually waiting on, I have a trade box, I have a couple of eBay purchases. I don't know. I have stuff, so I will holler at you guys probably tomorrow, but if not tomorrow, very soon. So you all have a good hump day, and I will holler at the next one.